couldn't row well, and so on and so on. In the winter time, he couldn't lift, he couldn't burn properly, and so on and so on. Well, somebody has to be that. So he didn't take that current state as a kind of a, how to call it, as a setback. He worked daily to get better. So at the end, year and a half later, he was able to do first box jump, and then he got hooked. So he did it for 30 minutes to overcome all year and a half of box jumps that he couldn't do. Last year, he didn't qualify for nationals. He didn't go to nationals. He worked his ass off over the summer, fall, and winter. He would do extra, how many? 80 to 100 minutes a week on the top of, how many? 14 hours, 13 hours a week of practice. And he kicked ass at New York State in the double, in the varsity double. When you look at it, going from 0 to 60 in a year and a half is a pretty big achievement. So Oliver.
It's a bit of a long story with me and Oliver. It goes back to what Alex said about, you know, how difficult it was going to be. And I was gone for a couple of years and came back in September of 2022. And the first kid Alex pointed me out to was Oliver. And he was, I don't know if it's Alex knows me, that he knows I like a challenge, so he, you know, how you make somebody think it's their idea, it really takes. And he was like, oh, this kid, I don't know what we're gonna do with him, I don't know where we're gonna go, and me, I'm like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, okay, we're gonna figure this one out. And so for the last 2 years, I've really put, and I think the whole team has put a lot of time into Oliver and watched him improve. The box jump story that Alex brings up here. In the winter training, we have 40, 50 boys in a small room doing, I don't know, crazy exercises in a very small space, and working with him on box jumps, and he's doing these box jumps at 20 inches, and he's jumping with, but he can only do 1 foot and then the other foot, not 2 feet at a time. But if he stands away from the box jump, he can jump about 40 inches with both feet. Like clearing the 20 inches, no problem. And there's a video which is kind of a testament to the whole team and how they do things. You have the top guys, you have different levels, but the kids and the coaches, the kids notice when another kid is working hard and getting better. Doesn't mean that they're going to be in the 4V or the 5V even, but they notice the change and the effort. And there's a video of Oliver doing box jumps, or trying to. He's still doing it, the 1 foot, the 1 foot, the 1 foot, and then the whole team after practice, all the guys were standing behind him, top to bottom, watching him, like, just waiting for him to do it. And he finally does one, and like the whole room erupts. and it was awesome, as you said, it was awesome. As Alex said, qualified for nationals in the double, but he did that with last year's most improved guy, Michael. And